I am literally walking in from work. Don't even have my hat on. Need that first. There we go. Because I ain't trying to go on camera without my trusty, dusty hat. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate you coming in, stopping by, coming through. I'm assuming that this is at least your fourth time here on the channel, here taking a visit and spending some time with myself as we get into the fourth side of Tommy from The Who. Hope that you guys have been enjoying the journey. I've already loaded it up here on the turntable, so that way I didn't have to sit here and fidget about. I took a shower. I literally walked in from work, put my stuff down, took the trash out, took a shower, brushed my teeth, came here, sat down. Now we're face to face. I wanted to brush my teeth because, you know, when we're this close, I want myself to have minty fresh breath as we listen to the album. Anyways, side four. Side four consists of these following tracks. Miracle Cure, which now that I'm thinking about it, is that little extra bit that I read at the end of the last video. Miracle Cure, Sally Simpson, I'm Free, Welcome, Tommy's Holiday Camp, and We're Not Gonna Take It. Is that We're Not Gonna Take It? Ba, 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 ba. No, we're not gonna. I don't know who plays that song. I'm just maybe assuming, or I could be wrong. Who knows? Wouldn't be the first time. Anyways, let's go ahead and listen to the tracks here on this side. This side is about 19 minutes long, so I'll probably stop it after every other track or so. Who knows? We'll just kind of feel it out. So without further ado, hope you guys are doing well. Let's get this puppy started. What does that even mean? Let's get this puppy started? Weirdo.
Extra, extra, read all about it. The pinball wizard and the miracle cure. Mr. Simpson announced that Sally couldn't go to the meeting. He went on cleaning his blue rose. But I said, never mind, your part is to be what you'll be. On you.
So truthfully, I think I missed something. I think I missed something in the story. I thought that, like, Sally met Tommy at a church, and he was at the church, and, you know, there was just something happening. Which, I'm not wrong. But I think I'm lost somewhere. Because why is Tommy on the stage? Is he, like, singing or giving a sermon? I'm missing something. Either way, in this particular track, I like the piano that kind of glides everything along, especially in this kind of church gospel way. Like, the piano has a slight hint of backgrounds in, like, southern gospel kind of music. Like, there's something about it, especially when we're describing the crowd going wild and what's happening on stage, and this whole cluster that's happening with Tommy whirling around as she jumps on stage to kiss him or whatever happened, and a bodyguard or someone, I guess, knocks her off, and it's like a mosh pit. It's like going to Knot Fest or something. But there's something going on. So I need to read about that part. As always, throughout this whole track, Keith Moon's drumming is a delight to listen to. I'm just liking the grumbly rumble of the drums and the way that he plays these toms in this movement. And it's kind of rapturous. It's calm, but there's a rapturous spirit to it. So I'm liking that in the music, like I said, along with Townsend's piano. However, I gotta figure out what's going on. Let me read the lyrics, which I have here. I swear to you, I just had the page. Oh my god. What did I do? There it is. Okay. Outside the house... Oh, by the way, before this was The Cure, and Tommy's been cured. Outside the house, Miss Simpson, or Mr. Simpson, announced that Sally couldn't go to the meeting. He went on cleaning his blue Rolls Royce, and she ran inside weeping. She got to her room, and tears splashed the picture of the new Messiah. She picked up a book of her father's life and threw it on the fire. Okay, don't be burning books now. She knew from the start, deep down in her heart, that she and Tommy were worlds apart, but her mother said, never mind your part, it is to be what you'll be. The theme of the sermon was coming to me, and I guess Sally really did find a way up on stage to come onto him. And as she mentions, that will be an experience that she remembers for the rest of her life. Her and Tommy are going to share that experience, but they're going to remember it in completely different ways. The line says, let me see, where was it? Let's see. Tommy always talks about the day the disciples all went wild. Sally still carries a scar on her cheek to remind her of his smile. Can I tell you? That's the danger of cults. That's some scary stuff. Let me see if I missed something in the story at this part, because I thought they were both like just church goers. But I'm just trying to figure out why Tommy's on stage. Maybe he's on stage because he was cured, so he's like giving his experience, like you know what I mean. But the line, "the new Messiah," let's see if we can find that, huh? Let's see. His parents take him to a respected doctor who determines that the boy's disabilities are psychosomatic. Blah, 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 blah. Hold on, here we go. This removes Tommy's mental block. He recovers his senses, realizing he can become a powerful leader. He starts a religious movement, which generates fervor among its adherents and expands into a holiday camp, which I just spoiled because that's going to be the next song. So he's a religious leader now? Or he starts a movement. Is he still a kid at this point? Is he like a teenager? A young adult? I'm assuming at this point. Which now looking at the picture... that makes sense. That makes sense. So Tommy... We're seeing everything from Tommy's perspective in these pictures, by the way, which is really great. So we see him giving a sermon to the crowd there. And I think it's interesting how a third of them are covering their eyes, a third of them their mouths, and a third of them their ears. See no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil. That's good. That's good. I like that. Let's go ahead and move ourselves into the next track here. That I believe is going to be the holiday camp. Hold on, scrolling. No, I'm skipping way ahead. That's going to be I'm Free, which I'm probably just going to let it go into Welcome as well. Let's do those. Let's let it go. And boom.
And I'm waiting for you to follow me.
That's some tasty guitar. I'm not going to talk long on this one, but I do want to just make a few comments. Pete Townsend, can we talk about his guitar playing in here? Because I want some more. Hold on, let me make sure you guys can hear me. I want some more of that. I want that finger licking good piano playing. Come on, hot off the fryer? Yes, give me some more piano playing. Did I say that? Guitar playing? That's what I want in here. I'm hearing that, and I'm just loving it. I like the little sprinkles of piano in the verse as well. I think that it's a very small little detail, but it makes it alongside the guitar, as a matter of fact. Yes, give me some more of that. That was tasty. Oh my God, my hands are dry. This song seems to be talking about Tommy. I guess he's now a cult leader, as we established before. He's found a personal freedom, and he's basically encouraging and telling others to follow him in that freedom. I'm free, and I'm waiting for you to follow me. If I told you what it takes to reach the highest high, you'd laugh and say nothing's that simple, but you've been told many times before. Messiah's pointed to the door, and no one had the guts to leave the temple. Is he telling that? Is he saying, you gotta get out of here? The Messiah is pointing to the door outside of the temple, or wherever they're worshiping, but they have to have the courage to leave. Maybe he's not typical cults, keeping you in. Maybe he's helping you escape. I don't know. And then they're saying, how can we follow? I don't know. It's kind of like when everyone was following. It's like when everyone was following Brian in The Life of Brian. Now that's a classic movie. We watched it over on my movie channel, by the way, if you're interested. But it's stop following me. Oh man, I'm just replaying the scene in my head and going into the pit with the naked guy who's been quiet the whole time. And then let's just go into the next song here. Let's just move on from I'm Free into Welcome. Let's go.
Make this your house, be one of us. Build an extension, a colorful palace, spare no expense.
Okay, yeah, let's stop that right there for just a moment. Let's start with Welcome. Okay, can I tell you immediately what I was thinking of when I'm listening to Welcome? It sounds like the Who's rock and roll opera rock pra. It's not going to catch on. It sounds like their version of a Christmas Carol because it has that swing, that lightness to it, that waltz movement. It has that the harmonies and the way that he's singing, especially in the later part of the chorus. It's like very singing out like a carol. You know, it sounds like a Christmas wintertime hymn. I like that. That's a cool idea. Like, you know, holidays usually have some significance to religion. So he started a religion and now he's kind of like starting his own kind of like songs and stuff. And of course, the message, you know, welcome coming into my house and such, which I got to read about that a little bit. Is he telling them to come literally into his house? Or is he telling them to come into his temple? I got to figure that out. But either way, like that welcoming message really, really works well with the music there. Once again, guitar is fantastic. Loving that. Piano, great. The drumming, duh. There's a little midway section in there that gives way to something a lot heavier for just a moment, and it gets really interesting. But as soon as it boils up, that moment is just gone, and it's like a fleeting, like unique moment in the music. I kind of wish that they had developed that a little bit more because it was so tasty, and there was something really there, you know, that was kind of a different flavor from what we've had experienced before on the album. But either way, it was still a really nice little, you know, little sugar high, if you will, in there. Tommy's Holiday Camp. So first of all, the music sounds like a carnival, like a circus, like a merry-go-round that is rusty, that has had no inspections for years, that is just totally breaking down. Makes a lot of sense because the ringleader, or whoever it is welcoming everyone into this holiday camp, is none other than our fiddler, Uncle Ernie. So that's kind of creepy. That's kind of weird. That's not good. That's kind of bad. So this holiday camp, I don't see it going well. To be honest, I don't see it going well. The last song on here, We're Not Gonna Take It. I'm assuming this will relate to Uncle Ernie here. So let's go ahead and finish up the album. And as we move into Tommy's Holiday Camp, you can actually see in this illustration, hopefully the lighting is right, the actual holiday camp. The story's gotten interesting on the fourth side. So let's go ahead and finish that out with the last song on the album, We're Not Gonna Take It. Is it gonna be We're Not Gonna Take It? Is it? I don't know. Maybe not.
Mother Nature, this is a bust. Don't want no religion, and as far as we can tell, see me, feel the music, gazing at you. I get the heat.
I think that's pretty much it. Oh yeah, that's done. It's about to move over. Got to make sure. You never know if there's a secret track at the end. You never know. No, it's done. It's done. And just like that, Tommy is done. I got no idea what happened at the end. I don't know what's going on. Can I say something really quick? Because I did think about this at the See Me, Feel Me section, which, by the way, I love the way that it comes back here at the end. I love the way that it's repeated throughout this album, just very seldom. But when it comes, it feels so good. I love that. It's one of those little moments that's like, ooh. You saw how they snuck that in there? It's like a cool little cameo in the music. And here, it just sounds especially beautiful. It sounds especially hopeful and resilient and strengthened. You know, whereas before it was, of course, from a place of despair and sadness and turmoil. Now it sounds, like I said, just reinvigorated and refreshed. And love the singing, how that is sung in that part. Nice ending to the album. You got a little bit of a climax at the end, which just repeats over and over, ending in a classic little fade out to kind of leave you with that little bit of high that you would get at a conclusion like this. speaking of the see me, feel me part, it doesn't exactly connect, but I think it's pretty close. Remember how on the previous tracks here we had the illustrations to help us when we're talking about the sermon and the cult and everything, and how I mentioned like everyone is like covering their ears and some are covering their mouths and some are covering their eyes. See me, feel me, heal me. Like it kind of works. So what Tommy was saying before, from his weakened and frail states to, of course, now the ending in strength, the cult and the members are kind of doing the opposite, right? Tommy wants people to see him, feel him, but the crowd are closing their ears, their eyes, and their mouths, so they can't see or hear. They can still feel, but you know what I mean. You know, like I said, it's not a perfect A to A comparison, but I think it's pretty close. It's pretty close. Also, I noticed that on the illustration, you see Tommy's summer camp or holiday camp right here. Well, by the end, camp ain't looking so pretty. So I think that's really interesting. Like I said, I have no idea what's happening here at the end. I mean, I'm just imagining that they're not going to take it anymore from Uncle Ernie. They've gained their freedom. I feel like this is the audience talking to Tommy when they're saying, listening to you, I get the music. Gazing at you, I get the heat. Following you, I climb the mountains. I get excitement at your feet. Right behind you, I see the millions, like they're following him. Remember, he asked them to follow him. On you, I see the glory. From you, I get opinions. From you, I get the story. Like I said, these are just the followers of the cults following their leader. And they even say, like, we get our opinions from you. We get our story from you. Whether that's a trusted or not trusted source, that doesn't matter to them. I really have no idea what's happening there at the end. I mean, they just keep on repeating, we're not going to take it, we're not going to take it, we're going to break it, going to shake it, let's forget it, better still. I got no idea what's happening here at the end. We're going to go to the summary on that one. But it was a nice little tasty snack end track to end the album with. I do want to know what happened at the end, though. That I have no idea. Expands. All right, let's see. He starts a religious movement which generates fervor among its adherents and expands into a holiday camp. However, Tommy's followers ultimately reject his teachings. Okay, I did not get that at all. And leave the camp. Tommy retreats inward again with his continuing statement of wonder at which encompasses him. Oh! So they reject him. So we're not going to take it is being spoken to Tommy and delivered to Tommy. Oh! Don't want no religion, and as far as we can tell, we ain't going to take you. We never did and never will. We're not going to take you. We forsake you. Oh! Oh! I don't know why they say we gonna rape you. I don't know what that means. Let's forget you. Better still. Oh, that's why he says, "See me, feel me, touch me," because he's retreating back. Oh, okay. He's retreating back into his solitary shell. 6 degrees of inner turbulence. Oh, okay. Well, I'm off the mark. I'm off the mark. So that's not a good ending. Can I tell you? You know when a movie series jumps the shark? If we want to take side by films 1 through 3, kind of solid. They have like a nice story going on. Part 4, you kind of jump the shark there. You're going to trip on the fins. So, yeah, that's it. That's all I got to say on that. Guys, first of all, not first of all, I guess it's the end. It's last of all. This is Dusty. Sorry. Thank you guys so much for joining me here and being here with me, getting us to the 24K. I really appreciate you. Some of you have been with me for years and following me for years, like years. You know, I really appreciate you a lot. So much for following me and continuing to listen to the music alongside with me. Hopefully you've discovered or rediscovered or reinvigorated and re-enlivened some of the music that you guys have grown up with, and of course me not growing up with it, getting to appreciate it, you know. Perhaps you in a different light, me in its first light. Tommy. Thank you guys so much for watching the videos. Thank you to a very, very generous subscriber who has sent the actual record so that we could listen to it. So that's always a fun experience, and getting to listen to it on the actual vinyl itself, pull out the sleeves and look at all the information and everything. So I really appreciate that as well, and all the love that you guys always share with me. In final thoughts, I think that the standout tracks to me on this album are Christmas and Pinball Wizard. I think those are the two best tracks on the album. Like I said before, to me this album feels more of a sum and less of its parts, because at least for me, I don't know, it's a first listen, but at least for me, like, not many of the tracks stood out on their own. It's more like specific moments within the tracks, and then like the story I think is really cool as well. The fourth side kind of jumped a little bit. Not really sure what happened there, but still, like, it was cool nonetheless. You know, this was like a good experience. I still think Eminence Front still beats every track on here. But anyways, thank you guys. Just messing with you guys. Thank you guys so much for being here with me. Thank you so much for watching the videos. I hope that you enjoyed the music. Hope you enjoyed sitting alongside me, or standing alongside me, or laying alongside me. Whatever you're doing, whatever position you're in, hope it's a good position to be. You can follow me on Twitter. You can support the channel on Patreon. If you've gotten this far, and if you've watched the 4th video, you have to like the video. You have to. You're practically obligated to press the like button at this point. So please just do so if you don't mind before you head out the door. But the door is always open for you to return, so I hope that you do. I will see you guys later. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye.